Really quick guys, if you guys are interested in my build, I will be making a build video soon, so stay tuned for that. But let's get into the actual topic of today. Hope you guys enjoy. So as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about global events. Every month for 1 week there's a global event that drops 4 classified gear sets. During this time it will be the best time to grind out these gear sets, and you'll probably have the highest chance of getting all 6 pieces during this time if RNG bits is on your side, because if it's not, then you won't get any. But anyways, how we're gonna structure this video is we're gonna go over the mask, then we'll go over the modifiers, and then we'll go over the gear pieces themselves, because I do want to go in depth a little bit on this video so you guys can really understand what these gear sets are gonna bring to the table. So let's get into the masks. So I don't want to diss anybody at the massive studio, because I know they work very hard, but I just don't think that they delivered on the design for these masks, because they just don't look as good as they did in Assault and Strike. So personally I will be going for the middle one because it looks like something out of Crisis. The one on the left kind of looks like something out of Doom, and then I can't quite place what the third one looks like. But those are the masks. I know that for some people the masks are the most important parts of any global event. So those are the masks. Let's get on to the modifiers. As per usual, the first modifier is always called after the global event, which is Ambush. What this modifier is gonna do is you do more damage while stationary. So you'll see a pattern here where the devs are trying to push you to play inside of cover during this global event. So anything like Sentry, Deadeye, Hunter's Faith, now that it's reworked and it's actually very good, you guys should give it a try. But many more builds like that will all be great for this global event. And this would be actually the first global event where I would recommend you do Lincoln Tunnel Checkpoint, because you're gonna have a lot of success being in cover in that mission. But yeah, let's get on to the second modifier. For our next modifier, it's called Cover Ambush, and basically what it does is when you're moving you start losing damage, and then eventually you start losing health. So again, they're really trying to push you to stay stationary in this global event, hence the word ambush. So yeah, like I said, Sentry, Deadeye, Hunter's Faith, all those sniper builds are going to be very good for this global event. Let's get on to our third and last modifier. For our last modifier, when you're near allies you start losing damage. So basically you're gonna stick to your own corner, like kinda when those of you who got the classic mask, it's basically getting the classic mask, but you're gonna have to do that for every mission. Very quickly before we get on to the 5 sets, this video will be out on January 23rd, which is the day that the global event will be out. So get to grinding, grind as much as you can during this time. It's gonna be your best time to get these classified gear sets, and these classified gear sets will bring a lot to the table, and we'll break it down here in a second. So there's a lot to be happy about with this new global event. Primarily are the classified gear sets that are dropping, which are Alpha Bridge, Hunter's Faith, Firecrest, and Tactician's Authority. Tactician's Authority, Alpha Bridge, and Firecrest are of course the most popular ones. Hunter's Faith with the new reworks is very strong, and people haven't really realized its potential, because I tested it out the other day and it was actually pretty strong. Another thing that there is to be happy about is that the devs can finally make an appropriate nerf to the gear sets that need to be nerfed. Predator, sorry about that, but yeah, Predator needs to be nerfed, and this is gonna give the devs a good idea of what needs to be nerfed specifically, because now that all the classified gear sets are in, you can see which ones are underpowered compared to the other ones, and then nerf the ones or buff the other ones, because I think nerfing everything to the ground is really dumb, and it just takes away from the different builds that you can make. The build diversity in the game right now is great, and nerfing builds to the ground, it's gonna diminish that build diversity. So I don't think they should nerf him to the ground. I just think that other gear sets should be buffed. The Predator is the one exception where I do feel it actually does need to be nerfed, but other than that, Everything else is pretty much fine. Nomad is really strong, but it should be strong. Striker is pretty strong, but it should be strong. Deadeye needs a buff because it was nerfed onto the ground. Like, nobody uses the 6-piece Deadeye because there is no point in using it. But anyways, enough rambling on. We'll break down the gear sets in order, and then yeah, let's get into it. We'll start with Alpha Bridge. Okay, so let's talk about Alpha Bridge. So I'm scared of the potential of Alpha Bridge because Alpha Bridge has the potential to be one of the most broken builds in the division. It could be more broken than Predator, Striker, and Nomad all together. Like, you could take down a team of full Predator, full Nomad, and full Striker by yourself. This build could make you ridiculously strong. So for those of you who don't know, the 6-piece on the Alpha Bridge makes it to where you have the Survivor link, the Defense link, Attack link rotating in 6-second rotations. And if you get a player kill, then you activate whatever skill you're on during that rotation. So let's say I'm on a Survivor link, and then I get a player, then I activate a Survivor link, and then I switch to, and then it switches to my Attack link, and then I get another kill, then I have Attack link and the Survivor link. And then if I get another kill and I'm on the Defense rotation, then I get a Defense ult, all at the same time. So you can really see how you could be a one nation army. I don't know, that's not how you say it. You could be a one-man army. So yeah, that could be ridiculously strong. And then, not to count that you can roll commanding on your weapon, and then you extend the duration of your signature by 20% per kill. So basically, as long as you get kills, you have unlimited ultimates. So you can obviously see how this can be very strong. But let's get on to our next gear set, which will be Firecrest. Boy, oh boy, are you guys in for a treat with Firecrest. So the 6-piece, other than the Firecrest already being super annoying, now has a 2% chance with every bullet to catch you on fire. Yeah, you heard that right. You basically have incendiary bullets at your will. So if you thought Firecrest was annoying before, well, that's nothing gonna be compared to now. Firecrest needs a nerf. Please, massive, please fix. This is gonna be ridiculously strong. Like, this is gonna be the biggest nuisance in the game. If you thought Firecrest was annoying before, it's gonna be even more annoying. Not to count that your fire turret, it's gonna be even stronger than in 1.7. So, what was massive thinking? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be ridiculous. So Tactician is actually kind of hard to explain, so listen closely, but Tactician is actually pretty balanced, and basically what it does is it has the regular functionality of the 4-piece to where every bullet it gives you 1% up to 30, and then that'll be 30% towards your skill power. And then with the 6-piece, once you get it at your 30% and you pop that skill, then it resets back to 0, but instead of going to 30, you can go to 60. And then when you pop that skill, it has a 50% chance to go to 30, but the cap is still at 60. So then basically saves half of your work. And this bonus can be increased by 10% per every 2,000 electronics. So you can get it to 100%, so you're always saving half of your progress, and you're always maxed out at 60. So you can, like, it always caps out at 60. For Hunter's Faith, imagine a more complicated version of Striker, but for snipers. So each sniper has a different amount of stacks that it could give you. So a semi-automatic is gonna give you less stacks than a bolt action, and so on and so forth. So you can miss up to 2 shots with the 6-piece, and the stacks go up to 100, and if effectively you're doing 100% of your sniper damage, which can get you up to like 1,000,000 damage on a player, which is ridiculously strong, which is why I say that Hunter's Faith is so good. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.